I'm meteorologist Herman City. It's weatherman. It's time for this hump day. All right, here's Gordon now on depression, the tropical depression. Gordon that came in right around Dauphin Island last night as a tropical storm. Never made it to oops, never made it to hurricane status. And you know, oh my goodness gracious! I'll tell you, yesterday I was just like watching the Twitter feed. I mean, come on, people, really? Category 3 and 4 hurricane hitting. See, this is what happens. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This is, the BS that was put out there by some people. Okay, I'm not saying I'm not perfect. Okay, there's times when I go over the top on things. But you know, most of the time I'm correct on things. But like the high school and college kids on that Weather Optics site, they put out Category 3, 4 hurricanes. Why would you say something like that for? Because some model shows it? You got to understand how to forecast the weather. There's people who are out there that don't have meteorological training forecasting the weather, and they're putting out BS. Then you had some of the companies out there putting Hurricane Gordon in the forecast all day. Other companies saying, you know, I mean, it's like, come on, people, really. This is a day and age where you can update things in seconds and put them out. This is really why I believe you need to have one voice only when it comes to these hurricanes, and let the Hurricane Center dictate the path. They might not be right all the time, but let them dictate the path. The local Mets, the local people at the TV stations, and the Mets like myself, and the concierge Mets, Tom Moore, Steve, and some of the really good Mets that are out there. Let them talk about the impacts. Let them drill down to the county level and talk about the impacts that are going on. Let the Hurricane Center deal with the path, models, and everything else. And that'll stop the the BS that's going on out there, man. Come on. Anyway, I don't think, yeah, I even mentioned it was going to be a hurricane. I said tropical storm. I said I think it was going to become a hurricane. It just didn't have enough time and didn't have really the luck to become one. But I did see Dauphin Island had, at the buoys, I saw 68 knot wind gusts. So it was hurricane force wind gusts, but sustained winds never really made it above 70. I didn't even see any opposites said 70 sustained anywhere. So, that was all flight level winds. But anyway, band of heavy rain coming out through Alabama this morning. A lot of flash flooding going on with this rainfall, but actually this should fall apart as the day goes on, and Gordon makes its way northward and then interacts with the front later on, which is going to be the big issue coming up. Okay, in fact, here's this satellite picture this morning. There's Gordon right here. This front right here is going to come sagging down. I know it's hot. I know it's muggy across the Northeast. I'm not gonna say I'm getting sick of it because I know winter time's coming. But that's gonna sag down. Gordon's gonna hook in with the front and come up and produce heavy rains from Missouri all the way up into. In fact, this is the map I put out this morning on Weather Madness from Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm really, really concerned about this area here in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, because by the time it gets up in there, I'm going to show you this in a second. The highs here, and you got uh, easterly flow coming. Uh, you got easterly flow coming in, and all this tropical moisture just riding up over that dome of cooler air, and you get heavy rain breaking out across Pennsylvania. These people have been hit by flooding rains. Plus, I noticed the the water tables here are still running really, really high. I mean, that means that the water could have come up through your basements from below. So, it's just potentially a bad problem. Um, let's see here. What else I want to talk about real fast because I'm going to run out of time. Here's the rest of the tropics. There's Florence. I'm not going to talk about Florence right now because I'm doing a special video with Steve and Tom Moore in about 15 minutes that we'll post that we're going to talk about Florence and all its implications. And again, please, Twitter, don't put out the BS on Florence. There's a lot of models going all over the darn direction right now, and I know that the hype is going to start because I saw the GFS model, I saw that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about all the implications of path of Florence and where it could go. What are the possibilities? That could be done in a separate video. We'll post that a little later on. for you to see probably by 10 o'clock this morning. Otherwise, here's Florence. Florence, that's Gordon. All right, Florence is out here, a hurricane. pretty pretty good eye sitting in there, and then more tropical features are back in here, which will develop into tropical storms, looks like. So the tropical wave train is really going. You know, we talked about this was going to happen, and it's certainly happening. Let me get back to Gordon real quick here so I can finish this up. Certainly the heavy rain areas are here today. That's heavy rain, not severe weather. I'm not going to show severe weather. Well, this is tomorrow. Cold front's coming through tomorrow. Could be some severe weather with the front as it comes on through across the Northeast. This is just so hot and humid. But see, this is the problem. The front's going to start producing more heavy rain ahead of what Gordon's coming. In fact, let me see here. Let me get my Gordon map. This is the GFS model. Okay, and this is Gordon on Saturday evening up in here, starting to produce heavy rains. By Sunday, by Monday morning, look at this heavy rain across Pennsylvania, okay, as Gordon now is hooked in with the front and it's heading up to the eastern Great Lakes, okay. So that whole area, you can see, just going to get hit by heavy rains right up through there. And some flash flooding problems going on. In fact, this is the... that's not the right one I had. What are you doing today, Henry? I know you're fired up because it's a lot of rain. I had a map here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it, but anyway. I don't know that was yesterday's map. It shifted everything further south on the rainfall map. I did have a rainfall map here. I don't know what I did with it, but anyway, you get the idea. A lot of heavy rain coming. If you're up here, Pennsylvania, prepare for some potential flooding coming up. With Gordon, because that could be where the hardest hit. See, this is you can see that front kind of sitting here like this, and it's just ramming that tropical moisture over top of that front right there. Okay. Anyway, running out of time. I'm meteorologist Henry Marcus City. We'll be doing the Florence video on the Weather Concierge site, so we'll show you that soon.